What's going on?
Zack, put the pen down and stand at the back of the cell. You've got 3 seconds and I'm going to lay you out.
How could you lie to me? Every year you gave me a letter and you told me it was from my dad.
I'm sorry. I was only carrying out what your father intended.
So what do you want from me?
I want you to understand.
Good luck with that.
Hey.
Okay. I was with your father at the hospital when he died. He asked if I would write down his thoughts and wishes for you, that you'd never feel alone. But then, just after we started, he passed on. It was his last wish. It's what he wanted for you. But I just had to keep on writing. But the words in those letters...
Yours, not his. How hard is it to meet somebody on death row?
I don't think that's a good idea.
I want to see him.
Georgia.
That man may be the only connection I have left to my father. I need to see him.
What else would you like to know?
Georgia, you don't have to do this.
My father was Michael Wilson. Everyone told me he died in a warehouse fire. Did you murder him?
Yes.
Why? Why? What did he do to deserve that?
I was 17, I think. Some guy gave me $300 to do a burn job for insurance or something. I didn't know anyone was still in there.
Would it have mattered?
No.
Come on, Georgia.
Wait. I need to know. Is he okay?
It doesn't work that way. I don't talk to them. I talk for them. I can't control what comes to me. But I don't have to keep sending letters if you don't want me to.
Ty.
You're still here. Sit down. What's wrong?
If Dubek is running a con, I can't even begin to understand how he's pulling it off. And if he isn't, if he is actually somehow channeling his own victims, that isn't right.
You're looking for good to only come from good and bad from bad. They're not mutually exclusive. Have you ever heard of the fire principle? Pine trees have resin-sealed cones. In a forest fire, heat melts the resin. The cones pop and thousands of seeds are scattered all over the earth, which is how we get more pine trees. People watch the news and all they see is the devastation. What they don't see is that the land is being reborn. It's coming back stronger, more fertile. It's a necessary evil, Paul. It's just how things work. We wouldn't have the forest without the fire.
Hello.
I just got off the phone with Dubek's lawyer. He's calling a meeting.
With us?
With everyone who's been getting letters from Dubek.
It's just so wonderful.
It's not wonderful. He's using us.
How's she holding up?
I don't know. The one connection she had to her father kind of fell through. Now she's clinging to whatever she can get.
If I could have your attention. Thank you for coming. None of you sounded too pleased to hear from me, and I understand. But in just 9 days, my client will be put to death.
Good.
Unless tomorrow's leniency hearing prevents it. Recently, we've all been made aware of mitigating circumstances. And here I'll be blunt. The letters you've been receiving were indeed written by my client.
But how?
I wish I had an answer to that, but I don't. This is a petition to the governor. Your signatures could make the difference in keeping him alive.
I will never sign that.
We gotta sign. We gotta keep him off death row.
So he keeps on writing.
Hell, do you believe the letters are real?
Of course I do. So what? They don't change the fact that my son is not at the table for breakfast. Kill the son of a bitch. I don't need letters. I got a lifetime full of memories. What I need is justice.
I'm signing.
Jim, will you talk some sense into these people?
I don't know what to think anymore. I've been angry for so many years, and you know what? My wife is still dead. I'm just not so sure we should spend the rest of our lives trying to kill this man.
It's not the rest of our lives. It's 9 days.
Unless the Board of Pardons gives him his leniency, or the governor picks up the phone, then we're all back here in 18 months. I don't think I can do this anymore.
You gonna sign this?
I'm sorry, Bill. I need to stop planning the end of his life and get on with mine.
If he dies, the letters stop.
I got what I need right here. This is my connection to my son. I don't need his letters.
I do. Each person in this room got a chance to know the people they lost, to love them. But I was 7 when my father died. I never got to know him. So these letters, they are my only chance. So please don't take that away. Let him live.
You're making me nervous.
Sorry, I just wanted to,
Check up on me? When exactly does that start to happen anyway? The kids you looked after think they need to look after you?
Do you think her dad's really writing to her?
Doesn't matter what I think.
You did the right thing, Poppy. You did the right thing.
Writing the letters or admitting I did? Sometimes, right or wrong, you have to make a call. I had a lot of you kids to look after. Not a lot of time to make decisions.
You know, Georgia, she doesn't suffer from a lack of opinion. Give her some time and eventually she'll...
What, she'll forgive me? Yeah. The Lord works in mysterious ways, kiddo. Forgiveness can be a mighty strange thing. Who knows? Maybe it's not always deserved.
Did you hear? Dubeck won his appeal. The Board of Pardons is releasing him into general population. Guess that petition made a difference.
Thanks for coming, Paul. I've made a decision. Now, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work, so if it doesn't, then I'll just have to try something else. I'm going to write to my father.
You mean to Duback?
No, I mean my father. I'm gonna write him letters and I'm gonna put it in the desk drawer. You know, ask him questions, things I've always wanted to know about him and Mom and, well, everything. And then the next time I get a letter from Duback, I'll see if he answered. And if he did, I'll know it works. I mean, I know it sounds ridiculous, but every time I go to the doctor, you know that questionnaire? Well, it asks me about my family history. I don't know it. I want to. My mom died when I was 2, my dad when I was 7.
George?
Please don't.